Hello everybody, Hydra here, and welcome to another review. And this time, I will be looking at the Bandai 2017 Burning Godzilla. And here's a tag, 2017, and a very nice looking photo of our Burning Godzilla. There he is. Now it looks like the Monster Arts figure, strangely enough. And yeah, there's his spines, and yeah. So let's take a look at the sculpt. So the sculpt is pretty much reminiscent of or not reminiscent, but this is like the same mold they used for the past Burning Godzillas back then, and it still holds up really well, like with the guy again here. So so yeah, so the sculpt is very nice. The head looks like Burning Godzilla. The details, and I love the tail here. Like, the tail is probably one of my favorite parts of the figure. Just look at this. Look at all these, like, the individual spines here just sculpted. Looks very nice. The spines too, they look very nice. Like, let me get a zoom in. Just the spines, they look very nice. Look at that. Looks very, very nice. His arms, they're also very nice too. His fingers, the feet, look very nice. The way the tail's curved as well. Looks very, very cool. And as for the paint, he is pretty much charcoal gray, but unfortunately I feel like the paint here is a little bit lacking. Though I do like the face and how the tongue is still red. They do paint the teeth, which is very good because they seem to be lacking on the teeth, but here they actually do very nice. The eyes on mine, I think they're a little bit dirt, but you know what? That's fine. That's okay. But yeah, the paint on this one's a little bit lacking because the burning parts, they just like, they put this like very shiny brown on it. Or not brown, but orange. Like right here, like as you can see, like it's, I feel like they tried to do something here where they tried to make it like the light reflects off of it, and maybe that's how they were supposed to do the burning effect, but I feel like here the burning patches are just a little bit lazy, unfortunately. And just like just like the predecessors, they don't have like the veins up here, which is a little bit unfortunate. But the spines are like neatly done. Like these here are very nice. They're very nicely done. Spines is probably one of my favorite parts too, even though there's a little bit of black on the front here, but that's okay. And this right here, I feel like this is the correct way to do it. It's not white. I've watched the movie so many times. This is not white. This is correct. So yeah, there we go. It's supposed to be black, not red or white. It's supposed to be black. Anyway, let's move on to articulation. Oh yeah, and also I forgot to mention that the nails are nice, though they could use a little bit of work. Like, it's just air sprayed, unfortunately, so could use a little bit of work there. So let's move on to articulation. The head can rotate, so you can have him looking like that, or like that. You can have him looking in different directions. The arms can go in and out. They can't go 360. Even if you try to like force it, I don't recommend it. It's gonna stress on the vinyl. And the legs, they can rotate, but for me they're a little bit stiff on mine. As seen here. And then the tail, it's a glue seal. You know how I am with glue seals, I just like to break them. And yeah, I can turn. So yeah, if you want them laying down, you can do that. Or if you want them just having a weird moment, you can. So let's move on to a comparison. So just like the previous two, I have a Articulation version of it. Thankfully, it ain't the Fusion version this time. In fact, I have the newer version of it. So yeah, as you can see here, in terms of sculpt, this one does it better. However, I would give the paint to this one. Just in general, because the paint on this one is fine, but I feel like it's a little bit lazy on the patches here. This one, however, even though I've seen the earlier burning ones, this one, for some reason, is the best one to me. Look at these fire patches. I really just want you to look at them for just a second. The spines, they could use a little bit of work, but the paint here on these patches make it actually look like he's like on fire and glowing. And as you can see on the neck here, look at his neck. It has that like veins that's there in the movie. It's never present on the other ones. The patches here look very nice. Alright, so back to the comparisons. So which one is better? I still prefer this one, but I do like the sculpt of this one better. Anyway, but let's move on to the size comparison. And as you can see, well, actually, hold on. Hold on just a second. Okay. So the Bandai Creation is a little bit taller, but this one is still pretty good in size. So let's move on to the one that he's supposed to come with, and that is the Bandai 2017 Destroyer. Got this guy, yes. I got this guy last year, and yeah, unfortunately, Destroyer got a little bit of the Frieza syndrome here, where he's like shorter than the main hero. He's supposed to be like about, I want to say, this much bigger compared to Godzilla. At the very least, like about this much. So unfortunately, the Destroyer figures, they just can't seem to size up with the Godzillas too well. And then finally, let's bring out the Bandai Creations Destroyer, or just Bandai Creation. And yeah, as you can see here, this one does work. It does work better than the Bandai Creation one. Let's actually bring that out. As you can see here, it's a little bit tall. But I feel like with this one here, it actually does work a little bit better. So, yeah. So this does work pretty well if you want to get a... Now if you have this guy and you have a Japanese Burning Godzilla, there you go. And it's gotta be 6-inch. And finally, rarity. This Burning Godzilla should not be too rare. You should be able to find this for like less than $25. I would not spend more than 20. And so yeah. So so that about wraps up this review. The sculpt, I really love the sculpt on this one. I prefer the sculpt on this one to the creation, but I do prefer the paint on the creation over this one because the patches on this one they're just a little bit lazy. The articulation, I'd say it's about equal. Like I like just 2 more points on the tail for the creation, but it's about the same for me. And sizing, he actually sizes up pretty well with other figures, not the one he's supposed to be paired up with. And then rarity, he's common. I'm just gonna say he's common. You should be able to find this thing for a decent price. So overall, I'm gonna give this thing an 8 out of 10. An 8 because of the paint here, and I guess I don't know. I guess it's just the paint because the patches here are not painted too well. So yeah, so that's it for this review. So that's an 8 out of 10, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye bye.